Dear students, in the last video we have gone through the characteristic features of kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Mycota, and in this class we study the next kingdom, that is kingdom Plantae. Right? So let us start with kingdom Plantae. So in this kingdom, we study in detailed way different kinds of plant groups and their respective characteristic features. So that first of all, we'll have to start with the classification of plants first, and afterwards we'll go through the characteristic features of different groups of plants. So first of all, let us start with the classification of plants. So plants are categorized into two categories based on their body structure. So if the body of the plants is being undifferentiated, means it is not at all differentiated into root, stem as well as the leaf, such kind of body itself is called as thallus. As you know, what is thallus in the previous class we have studied. So first group is Halophyta. Halophyta means the plants with body structure which is not differentiated, and here second one is body is differentiated. Body is differentiated. So these are also different groups of plants that we come across here. We come across two groups of plants. One is Bryophytes. Bryophyta is one group that we come across. After this one, so these plant group do not have any vascular bundle. Xylem as well as phloem are absent in this group of plants, and the next group of plants with vascular bundles means plants with vascular bundles. So once again we classify these plants into, as you know, the first plants which have primitive vascular bundles, they are nothing but pteridophytes. Pteridophyta, group of the plants. Pteridophyta. And next we shall divide the plants based on the seed bearing capacity, means whether the plants bear seeds or not. Based on this characteristic feature, so we classify the plants into once again two categories. Once again two categories. One is gymnosperms. Gymnosperms is one category, and second one is angiosperms. Angiosperms is another category. Like this, plants are once again divided into two categories based on seed bearing character, right? So both of these group of plants are bearing seeds. And angiosperms, once again they are categorized. Angiosperms, once again they have been categorized into two groups. One is called as dicotyledonous plants, and second one is monocotyledonous plants. Like this, these are categorized into two groups. One is called as dicot, simply we call it as, and these are called as monocots. Monocots. This way they have been categorized into two groups, right? So let us see different groups of plants once again. First one is Halophyta. Halophyta means body structure is made up of thallus. It is undifferentiated body, right? Here we study algae. Algae have thallus. And the next body is differentiated over here, right? So first group is Bryophytes. Next Bryophytes, ಆವಾಸ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Next group of plants are categorized based on presence of vascular bundle. So Reproduction, ಪುಚ್ಚ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಇದು ಒಂದು group of plants based on seed bearing, right? Two groups that we come across, one is gymnosperms, ಅನಾವೃತ ಬೀಜ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು, angiosperms, ಆವೃತ ಬೀಜ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು. ಆನಂತರ ಆವೃತ ಬೀಜ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳನ್ನ angiosperms are once again categorized into dicotyledonous plants, dicots, ದ್ವಿದಳ ಧಾನ್ಯ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು ಅಂತ. monocots or monocotyledonous plants, ಏಕದಳ ಬೀಜ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರೆಸಿಕೊಳ್ತವೆ. This is how we categorize all the plants into different groups. Let us study one by one the characteristic features of different groups of plants. So here first one is Halophyta. Here we study algae. Next one Bryophytes, ಆವಾಸ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು, Reproduction, ಪುಚ್ಚ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು, gymnosperms, ಅನಾವೃತ ಬೀಜ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು, angiosperms, ಆವೃತ ಬೀಜ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು. Let's start Halophytes. In Halophytes we study algae. Algae ಅನ್ನ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಶೈವಲಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಶೈವಲಗಳ ಗುಣಲಕ್ಷಣಗಳನ್ನು one by one ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. What are these algae? Where they are living? How is the body structure? Right? How do they reproduce? What is the world made up of? Everything we study these group of plants. So let us start with. So these algae are basically they are occurrence we study. They are available in aquatic medium especially. They are aquatic in nature. They are aquatic in nature means ಅವು ನೀರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೀತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು. Right? Some others are growing in even on rocks or some other places. Right? So let us discuss all those things. Basically these are aquatic in nature. Some of themselves are growing in fresh water. Right? And some others are growing in marine water. Marine water bodies they are growing. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಿಹಿ ನೀರಿನ ಒಂದು ಆಕಾರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆದ್ರೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಉಪ್ಪು ನೀರಿನ ಆಕಾರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಮುದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಹಾಸಾಗರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೀತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು ಇವು. Right? And some of the algae they are growing even on the rocks, inside the water, on the rocks they are growing, right? And they are associated with fungi. ಶಿಲೀಂಧ್ರಗಳ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕೂಡು ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ನಡೆಸುತ್ತವೆ. Means they form lichens. Lichens are nothing but they are the organisms in which association of algae plus fungi both together form what? Lichens. ಇವೆರಡು ಕೂಡಿಕೊಂಡು lichens ಅನ್ನು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ. They are having what? Algae here. And even these algae are associated with some of the animals. On the animal's body they are growing, and best example for this one is sloth. Deer is best example. On the back of sloth, deer. So these algae grow, right? So this is how the occurrence of these algae that we come across. This is the first characteristic feature. And the second characteristic feature, right? How is the body structure? Body structure. When we go through the body structure, that moment, these are having different body shapes. Sometimes these algae are unicellular, or sometimes they are multicellular, right? unicellular algae like Chlamydomonas, multicellular algae, plenty number of algae that we come across over here. Red algae, green algae, right? Brown algae, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ತರಹದ ಆಲ್ಗೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. Multicellular, sometimes the body may be filamentous body we come across. Sometimes body may be branched or sometimes unbranched body that we come across here. Branched body example, Chara is best example for this one. Unbranched body, right? So Ulothrix, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಹೆಸರುಗಳನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿರ್ತೀರಿ. ಸ್ಪೈರೋಗೇರಾ, ಯುಲೋಥ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್, ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಆಲ್ಗಾ, ಅವುಗಳನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, right? So like this we come across filamentous unbranched plant body that we come across over here. This kind of structure that we come across, right? And this is how the body of these organs. These are cells. These are nothing but cells, right? So like this, Ulothrix, Chara are best example. This is a filamentous body. This is a filamentous body. So this is how the structure of the body of these organisms will be. And after this one, let us see the next characteristic feature of these algae. Third characteristic feature is cell wall of these algae is made up of cellulose as well as pectin, right? And fourth one, cell wall, cellulose ಅಥವಾ pectin ಇಂದ ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. Cell wall ಅದು ಕೂಡಲೇ next reserve food. In these plants, the reserve food material is starch, especially starch is present over here in this one. And next characteristic feature is major one, reproduction. As we go through the reproduction in algae, it takes place by mainly asexual type of reproduction. Second one, vegetative type of reproduction. Third one, sexual type of reproduction. I have already explained in the previous videos what is asexual, sexual type of reproduction. Vegetative type of reproduction is a new one, right? So asexual type of reproduction that takes place by various methods. By various methods in the sense that fragmentation, zoospore formation, from these zoospores the reproduction takes place, right? Vegetative type of reproduction is a type of reproduction in which parent body cuts into several pieces and each piece can grow into new individual. That kind of reproduction is called as vegetative type of reproduction. ಕಾಯಜ ರೀತಿಯ ಸಂತಾನೋತ್ಪತ್ತಿ, ಅದು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀಗೆ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಕಾಯಜ ರೀತಿಯ ಸಂತಾನೋತ್ಪತ್ತಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಬಾಡಿ cuts into several pieces and each piece can grow into new individual. That is vegetative type of reproduction. Next, sexual type of reproduction. Here formation and fusion of gametes take place. Formation and fusion of gametes take place. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೂರು ತರ ಬರ್ತವ. ಐಸೋಗ್ಯಾಮಿ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತದ, ಐಸೋಗ್ಯಾಮಿ, ಎನೈಸೋಗ್ಯಾಮಿ, as well as oogamy type of sexual type of reproduction. Isogamous type of reproduction means sexual type of reproduction in which fusion of a similar gametes take place, morphologically similar. ಸೊ ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಎರಡು ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಿಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರ್ತವ, ಎರಡು ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಐಸೋಗ್ಯಾಮಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ರೈಟ್. ಎರಡು ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿಕಲಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎರಡು ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಎನೈಸೋಗ್ಯಾಮಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಗ್ಯಾಮಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಫಿಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿದ್ದು ಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ ಸಣ್ಣದಾಗಿದ್ದು ಮೊಟೈಲ್ ಇದ್ದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದು ಅದು ಬಂದು ಫಿಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಯುನೈಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಓಗ್ಯಾಮಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ reproduction that occurs in algae. This is about the characteristic feature of algae. This is short explanation. ಇನ್ನೂ ಲೆಂದಿ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು PUC ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. Next group of plants is Bryophytes. Bryophyta. ಹಾವಸ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಈ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಂಫಿಬಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್, ಇವುಗಳನ್ನು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಆಂಫಿಬಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಇವು ಆಂಫಿಬಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೆಸಿಕೊಳ್ತವೆ? ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಂಫಿಬಿಯನ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು. Bryophytes are called as amphibians of plant kingdom ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so these are the plants which are needed both water as well as soil for their existence. ಸೊ ಇವು ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಬೆಳೀತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು, ರೈಟ್. ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ರೀಸನ್ ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಮನ್ಲಿ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ amphibians of plant kingdom. Especially ಈ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್, these plants are growing in moist soil. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹಸಿ ಮಣ್ಣು ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಬೆಳೀತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು ಇವಾಗ, ರೈಟ್. ಆದರೆ ಈ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೀಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ನಡಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮೇಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಿಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆದಂತಹ ಎರಡು ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ಸ್ ನೀರಿನ ಮೂಲಕ ಯುನೈಟ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ, ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ದೇ ಕಮ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಟು ಈಚ್ ಅದರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ದೆಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಸ್. ನೀರು ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೀಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆಗಳು ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಈ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಆಂಫಿಬಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ us go through the characteristic feature of these Bryophyta, right? So the first character, occurrence. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೀತವ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ? These plants grow in moist soil ಒಳಗಡೆ, on the rocks, edges of the rocks during rainy season. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗಳ ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಳೆ ಆದರೆ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಸಿರು ಕಲರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬೆಳೀತವೆ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಒನ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ algae as well as Bryophytes, ರೈಟ್. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತೇವಾಂಶ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಜಾಗಗಳಿರ್ತವ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಹಾವಸ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ, right, at the edges of the rocks, right. Especially they are growing in moist condition, moist soil, right. This is major aspect you must know. And the second one, Bryophyta. ಇವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡಾಗ, some of the examples I am going to mention over here. Examples are Rixia, Marcantia, Funaria, as well as moss plants ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತದೆ. Rixia, Marcantia, Funaria, moss plants. ಇವುಗಳ ಬಾಡಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ, ಬಾಡಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದೀಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್, ಈ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಬಾಡಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಡೈಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್, ರೈಟ್. and this body structure itself is dichotomously branched body, it is said, yes, right? And this body structure is dorso-ventrally flattened. Dorso in the sense that ಮೇಲಿನ ಭಾಗ, ಇದು dorsal side, ಇದು ventral side. ಎರಡೂ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಚಪ್ಪಟೆ ಆಗಿರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ದೇಹದ ಆಕಾರವನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸಸ್ಯಗಳಿವೆ. Dorso-ventrally flattened, dichotomously branched plant body these are. And in these plants, for the first time, root-like, stem-like, as well as leaf-like structures are seen in these groups of plants for the first time. Means, root-like, not roots. These are not real roots. This is stem-like, this is not real stem. This is leaf-like, this is not real leaf. But still, like structures are formed initially in these groups of plants, right? And these root-like structures are called as rhizoids. These root-like structures are rhizoids. These rhizoids are tubular structures which are extending from the base of the plant. Idu plant body ಆದರೆ ಇದರ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ tubular structure ಈ ತರ extend ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. And this tubular structure helps in the absorption of water, right? This tubular structure helps in the absorption of water from the soil, and these tubular structures or rhizoids help in fixing the plant body inside the soil. Means fixing the plant body in the sense that encourage ಗೂ help ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ absorption of water ಗೂ help ಆಗ್ತದೆ, mineral absorption ಗೂ help ಆಗ್ತದೆ. That kind of root-like structures are called as rhizoids is a very important feature in these plants. Apart from this one, so these plant body has two cotymously means dichotomous structure it is called as. ಅಂದರೆ ಎರಡು ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ತರ ಕಾಣ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಬಾಡಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕಾಣ್ತೀವಿ, right? So this is how the body structure of these plants is. First of all, dorso-ventrally flattened, dichotomously branched plant body, right? So this is the structure of body structure. And the next one is reproduction is very important characteristic feature in these plants. It is unique in these plants. Basically, these plants are ಒಂದು ಮೇಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, right? So male plant produces antheridium. It is a special structure which produces antherozoids or sperms they are called as. ಅಂದ್ರೆ reproduction ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ asexual type of reproduction ಆಗ್ತದೆ as well as sexual type of reproduction ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Asexual type of reproduction may be vegetative type or fragmentation. Fragmentation ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಕಟ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೆಳೀತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ನಿಂದ ಬೆಳೀತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಒಂದು, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಇನ್ನು ಎರಡನೇದು ಜಮ್ಯೂಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್. ಜಮ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ there are some cup shaped structures that we come across, and these cup shaped structures are known as jamma cups, right? ಈ jamma cups ಒಳಗಡೆ jammes ಇರ್ತವೆ. What are present inside this one? Jamme. And these jamme during favorable conditions they grow into new individuals. Jamma cups ಒಳಗಡೆ jamme ಇದ್ಕೊಂಡು jammes they grow into new individuals. 2 to 11 number of jamme are present in each jamma cup. right? This is also one mode of asexual reproduction in these plants. And the next one is sexual type of reproduction. Sexual type of reproduction, as already I have explained. If this is male plant, it produces a special structure over here. It produces a special structure over here. Male plant, as well as another one we can draw here. Male plant as well as female plant produces special sexual structures, and these special structures are called as antheridium, as well as archegonium. Antheridium, archegonium ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಬ್ರಾಂಚಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇವು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ. Antheridium produces antherozoid. Antherozoids. Antherozoids are nothing but they are sperms. Andre male gametes, gandu linganugalu. Archegonium produces egg cell. Archegonium produces egg cell. Antherozoids usually motile irtave. Why? Because they are provided with the flagella. ಅವುಗಳಿಗೆ ಫ್ಲಾಜೆಲ್ಲಾ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಆ ಫ್ಲಾಜೆಲ್ಲಾ ಮೂಲಕ ಅದರ ಲೋಕೋಮೋಟರಿ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟು ಫಿಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ ಇರುವ ಕಡೆಗೆ ನೀರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಸೊ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಫಿಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುವ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಈಚ್ ಅದರ್. Right? Archegonium, that is female sex organ which produce female sex cell or female gamete. Right? It produces male gamete. ಇವೆರಡು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಿಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎರಡು ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ರೀಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ದಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ these Bryophytes. Right? This is unique feature in these plants. Right? And one more unique feature in this plant is next characteristic feature is alternation of generation. Alternation of generations means in these plants two generations that we come across. One generation is gametophytic generation and second generation is sporophytic generation. Gametophytic generation ಒಳಗೆ production of gametes take place. Gametes are produced over here in the sense that male as well as female gametes are produced over here, and both of these gametes fuse themselves. Both of these gametes fuse to form zygote. Zygote grows into new plant, and this new plant, what is produced as a result of fusion of male and female gametes, this new plant becomes sporophytic plant. Sporophytic plant. And this sporophytic plant which produces spores, and these and these spores, they produce gametophytic generation or gametophyte, right? Once again, gametophyte that produces gametes. Gametes fuse to form zygote. Zygote grows into new plant, and this new plant is sporophytic plant. And sporophytic plant alternatively it produces spores and it produces gametophytic plant. This is how alternatively gametophytic as well as sporophytic plants are produced over here. This is how the life cycle of these plants that continues through 2 generations. One is called as gametophytic generation, second one is called as sporophytic generation. In detailed way, these plants are studied. So, right, in PUC 1, right? ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತಲೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ನಾವು PUC 1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕಲಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. So, this is all about bryophytes. And firstly, I have explained algae. Second one is bryophytes. Next one is pteridophytes. We'll see in the next video. Thank you.